with the Sierra Club and also the Citizens Climate Lobby, and I'm going to DC in a few weeks also to
Good.
lobby.
Lydia Ponce, I don't know more. Basically, if we reserve and preserve Native American sovereign rights, we also protect the environment, environmental justice.
I'm Adam Meltzer. I'm with an organization called Arts Earth Partnership. We're working with the city of LA to green the cultural sector of Los Angeles, so theaters, museums, galleries, and studios, the arts communities.
Hi, I'm Sherry Lear. I'm also with the Sierra Club and with a progressive women's group called Miss Revolutionaries. And this is my son, JD.
Miss or Ms?
Miss Revolutionaries. This is my son, JD.
JD, where do you go to school? I assume you go to school.
The children's place.
Okay.
He goes to a Montessori school. It's very small in Torrance.
Oh, great.
My name's Linda Patterson Salib, and that's how I don't know more got here.
I'm Carlos Segarra, and I'm with the Beyond Coal Campaign in Sierra Club.
I'm Aura Vasquez, and I was the organizer for the Beyond Coal campaign, and now with my generation campaign with the Sierra Club.
And I guess I could just sit. I could stay
Yeah,
seated.
sure.
This is nice.
Lisa, you want to just lower the air conditioning?
Sure.
I mean, make it cooler?
Yes. As you know, on February 17th, 2013, a coalition of, what you might not know is that we had a coalition of 101 diverse organizations and businesses and more than 1,200 people who from all over Southern California marched the streets of downtown Los Angeles for what was the city's largest climate rally. Those in attendance shouted, "Solve the climate crisis, take a stand, Mr. President," which I think we're all in agreement with. NRDC actually says it was the first time in LA history that this many environmental organizations came together over the issue of climate change, so it was very monumental. The Los Angeles demonstration took place in solidarity with the 50,000 people who showed up to the main Forward on Climate rally that was in Washington, D.C., as well as different rallies around the United States. Today, this is our letter. Today we are delivering a letter that was signed on to by those 101 organizations and businesses that stood in solidarity, and this was presented at the Los Angeles rally. Hundreds of participants then signed this scroll right here in support, and many of them took the time to write very heartfelt messages on this scroll. The messages on this letter, in this letter and on this scroll are very clear. It's Southern California asks President Obama to take specific and meaningful action to combat climate change and reject the Keystone XL pipeline, which also, as we all know, includes rejecting the current EIS and declaring the project not in our best interest. So now we want to take a moment and read this letter to you, and we have different individuals here that are going to read parts of this letter to you.
Dear Mr. President, thank you for your recent forceful declarations of the urgent need to fight climate change, your historic actions on fuel standards and investments in renewable energy. However, ensuring climate stability, protecting Earth resources, and launching an alternative clean energy economy will require these words to become actions. We caution that your emphasis on exploration, production, transportation, and consumption of climate-damaging fuels that pollute the land, water, and air works against progress on solving the climate crisis. Somebody else has to.
We need an energy policy focused on efficiency and conservation, integrated with a clean, renewable energy plan, on one that breaks our addiction to dirty and dangerous fuels, such as coal, fracked natural gas, nuclear, and tar sands oil. The transition to solar, wind, geothermal, and other renewables will clean up our air, improving the health of millions, and create thousands of jobs. We, as a diverse community of Americans of all ages and ethnicities, stand with you to make the hard choices to say no to extreme fossil fuel energy proposals and their extreme cost and associated impacts. We have the following demands.
1. Reject completion of the Keystone XL tar sands oil pipeline, which would threaten major rivers and the Ogallala aquifer in the Midwest, transporting toxic, corrosive tar sands bitumen that burns over 3 times more carbon than conventional oil and would destroy a Florida-sized section of Alberta's boreal forest. 2, ban fracking and extreme drilling on federal lands and in offshore waters.